Brennan, I guess just how good does it feel to be 2 weeks away from kind of starting this thing up and finally getting, I guess, maybe your first full season at Carolina underway?
Yeah, it feels good for sure. Obviously, last year being my freshman year, I was really excited, and then with the injury and all, it kind of wasn't the best thing for me. It was hard to watch the games, especially the Clemson series for 3 weeks, and so I'm really excited this year. Excited to be healthy, excited to get back on the field, and hopefully playing in front of some fans. So definitely excited.
Back, Colin.
Brennan, this offense, the year before you got here, struggled a little bit, and you guys made some progress last year with you kind of out of the lineup and back in late. I'm just curious, what do you feel like the potential of this offense is with so many guys returning and bringing in this recruiting class?
Yeah, I think the potential is really high. I think last year, yeah, as you said, we had some huge improvements, and it was only at the beginning of the season, and we were just getting rolling. And I would say this fall and so far this spring, even only being 10 at bats in, like there's a lot of great hitters on this team. There's a lot of new guys too. They're gonna have some big roles, and then there's the guys from last year, obviously, and guys that have proven themselves at this level. And I think we have a good mix of hitters in the lineup, and I think everyone will have their own role. But I think the potential is really, really high for this group.
Go, Greg.
Yeah, just how important was it for you to play something this summer with the Blowfish to get, some reps in?
hmm Yeah, that was really important for me. It was really the first time that I've played in front of that many fans too. They had a lot of fans at those games, and the competition was really, really good too, with the Cape being canceled and all that. So we saw some proven SEC arms on the mound, some Big 12 arms. It's really my first time seeing those arms with that many fans there. So it was huge for me, and I learned a lot for the summer, and I brought it into the fall. So it was really good.
John.
What do you feel like is different about you as a player from this time last year?
I would say my maturity level. Coming in last year, like I was a pretty mature freshman, but just over the quarantine and summer ball and all that, I learned a lot just about the game and then the mental side of it. Um, I've talked to a lot of people. I've learned as much as I can. I would say physically, I'm a lot faster. I'm a lot stronger. But the big thing for me is the mental side and how locked in I am on the season. And so that's been a big thing for me this offseason.
Colin.
Brennan, two questions. Who are the people that you talk to the most about just the mental side of things? Were there one or two people in particular that you really leaned on?
hmm Yeah, we had this guy Zach Sorensen. He's a mental coach for the Braves, and we did a little program if you wanted to over the break, the winter break. So I talked to him a lot, and then I have guys that just mentors, even guys from high school that when I was back home I could talk to a little bit. Like there's a catcher at Troy that was on my high school team. I talked to him a lot about the stuff like that, and so I mean those are two guys that I would say I talked to a lot. And then that program that we did was awesome, and that's the big thing that I've taken into the spring so far.
And obviously, the pitching staff's getting a lot of praise preseason with Thomas and Brandon coming back and this recruiting class. What has it been like to go against them from the fall and then now? And how good do you think that pitching staff can be for you guys when you're not having to face them?
hmm Yeah, I mean the fall was tough, and it was warmer in the fall, so I mean it was even tough in the fall. And now when it's 30 degrees out there and you have to face 97, it's not fun, but that makes them that much better. But they look really good. I think that our pitching staff as a whole, we have so many guys. I think it was like 12 to 15 arms over 95 or whatever it was. It's literally just insane. So it's definitely not fun facing them at first, but I think it just makes us better as hitters. And I think that those guys, if they keep doing what they're doing, it's going to be a really good season for them.
John.
Which of those freshman pitchers have impressed you the most? Anybody you've had a tough time going up against or gotten the best of you more than one occasion?
Yeah, I would say Will Sanders and Magdill so far. I played summer ball with Will, so I got to watch him pitch a lot, and he really impressed me. And then I faced him a few times here, and I haven't had much luck against him. He's got that splitter that really works. And then Mag, obviously a lefty arm up to 96. So those two guys are really good. And Jack Mahoney too. He's gotten me pretty much every time. So they got a lot of potential.
Colin?
Brennan, this team's getting some preseason hype around him being ranked in the top 25. How do you balance that hype and then the buzz you're getting in the preseason, but also knowing that the ultimate goal is the NCAA tournament and getting to Omaha?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely cool to see. We didn't have that last year, and it's something that this year people look highly of us. And, you know, we haven't proven anything yet. We have that ranking, but, I mean, it's not something that we're really striving for to be 18th. We want to be there standing at the end of Omaha, and that's something we always keep in the back of our minds. And it's cool to have those accolades and all that, but at the end of the day, you kind of have to block it out and really just focus on getting better every day. And at the end of all that, hopefully we'll be the last one standing, and that's the goal. So